Even as West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee prepares for her first foreign trip to Singapore to drum up investments for her state, an incident in Burdwan may make business leaders cautious. Local Trinamool workers have been accused of intimidating businesses in the area, and the government has so far not only failed to act against them, but has even refused to acknowledge they were wrong.
That the potentiality is very high. I will request all the investors to invest your funds here so that we can glorify our industrial development in our state.
Despite her promises, it's her own who let her down. Mamata Banerjee can't seem to get a handle on the TMC goons, stalling her master plans every other time. And now the case in point being the stalled production at the Sham SEL and Power Company. The reason? Strong armed tactics of local Trinamool goons. The company appealed to the Chief Minister for action, but in vain. What's more, local leader Alok Das, the man seen rubbing shoulders with the former industry minister of the state, allegedly threatened and even abused the employees of the factory. In fact, this isn't a one-time incident. He is known to cause upheavals in the daily operations of the company as well, due to which the supply of raw material has been hit.
For the last 3-4 months, that particularly one person, Alok Das, and what I heard that he is a youth TMC president or secretary, I am not sure about that, in some block of Jamuria. Yes. And off and on, he used to trouble us.
Plant railway siding আছে, plant premises পাশেই আছে। সেই railway siding premises গত 5 দিন ধরে আমাদের যে ওয়াগন আসছে রেলওয়ে র্যাক আসছে সেটা আনলোড করতে দেওয়া হচ্ছে না, তার মুভমেন্ট করতে দেওয়া হচ্ছে না। তো আমরা সেই হিসাবেই আইএনটিসির সাথে বসতে চেয়েছিলাম কথা বলার জন্য, যেহেতু ওই আয়রন সাইডিং।
The state turning a blind eye to the issue.
আমার সাথে কথা হয়েছে, আমার সাথে স্যাম স্টিলের ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট মিস্টার চক্রবর্তী, উনি বললেন না এই ধরনের তো কোনো ঘটনা বা অভিযোগ আমরা কাউকে করিনি।
The denial coming in after we accessed a copy of a complaint filed by the company.
And Indrajit Kundu now joins us from Kolkata for more on this story. Indrajit, that complaint going to the police about the way Mamata Banerjee's workers in West Bengal have been interfering with the kind of work that, with the work of industries, hitting supplies, hitting raw materials going into factories. Certainly not the kind of impression Mamata Banerjee wants when she moves to Singapore to try and invite investments.
Well, that's right. That's the supreme irony of this entire situation. At a time when the Chief Minister is stating that she is embarking on a maiden foreign trip to attract investment, the investment climate or the atmosphere here in West Bengal seems to be very different from what she is trying to portray to investors outside the state. Especially with the fact that most experts question her endeavour to rein in ground level Trinamool Congress workers, and this case clearly point out to the fact that the problem is at hand and she has not been able to tackle it well enough. An FIR has been launched, by this company, and the local BJP MP Babul Supriyo has also said that the problem lies with the fact that the government continues to remain in a denial mode, especially after the Labour Minister of West Bengal yesterday, when he was quizzed about this incident, and he also hails from the same district, he said that there was no such complaint and he tried to brush aside this entire complaint. So very stark, images. One that we are seeing here in Jamuria, Asansol, where the company is alleging that they are barely being able to keep the manufacturing unit on, and on the other hand, the Chief Minister claiming and trying to attract investment not only within India but also from abroad.
All right, Indrajit, stay with us. Mohammed Salim of the CPIM is on the phone line with us. He's an MP from West Bengal. Mr. Salim, your reactions to what we're seeing in your state? I mean, there's violence, there's chaos, there are attempts to disrupt operations against industries, all as Mamata Banerjee tries to invite investment.
It is yet another incident of violence, and it's depicting the lawlessness in Bengal, and I think this is recurring as well as scaling up. And the government is helpless because they have mobilized in the run-up for the election the goons and those who for whom the law doesn't matter. So they are law unto themselves. And this is the feud between the two sections who will have this extra income from these factories. So most of the factories, they are at the verge of collapse, or they are planning to close down. So this SAM Steel is not just another one, but this is important because they now having their own siding. So the Trinamool local leaders, including the electronics of the minister, they think that why they will have their own siding. Let there be a business for all, and a share for a booty should be distributed to the Trinamool Congress. This is the extortion racket instead of a party.
All right, but, Mr. Salim, to be fair, I mean, the situation right now in West Bengal is not drastically different from when the communists were in power in the state. Having said that, what do you make of Mamata Banerjee's attempts to welcome investment into the state? Her trip to Singapore, do you see that as a positive move? Do you support it?
I think for after this last 3 years experience, you people should stop saying this is a continuation of the old thing.
We're not saying it's a continuation, sir. I said it's not drastically different. But do you welcome Mamata Banerjee's attempts to welcome investment into the state?
I will come to you, but since you have put a remark on your question, I have to remark that also.
Sure.
Then I'll come to your reply. If you want to listen, it's okay. Otherwise, you just
go ahead, sir.
So secondly, is that's on state, that incoming investment. But all those which are in the pipeline for the last 4 or 5 years, those have already stopped, or they have just prevented themselves from investing, and the old factories are shutting down. They're putting down their shutters. So it's not the question of industrialization, rather it is deindustrialization.
All right, Mohammed Salim and Indrajit Kundu, thank you very much for joining us from Kolkata.